大家好，我是 Martin, and this is a phrase a day English, brought to you by the Taichung Keda Language Center. Today's phrase is to follow in someone's footsteps. To follow in someone's footsteps. 仿效. To follow in someone's footsteps means to do as the same as somebody before you. To do the same as somebody before you. Usually your parents or maybe your mentor. To do the same job or same career or even just follow the same life path as your parents or someone who was important to you or someone before you. So to follow in someone's footsteps. Do the same as someone before you. Let's look at some example sentences. Here are the example sentences. Number 1. She followed in her mother's footsteps and started her own business. Number 2. My dad wants me to follow in his footsteps and be a doctor too. Let's go back to number 1. She followed in her mother's footsteps. What were her mother's footsteps? This means she did the same thing as her mother did. What did her mother do? She started her own business. So she did the same thing as her mother. They both did business, both founded their own businesses. So we would say she followed in her mother's footsteps. Okay. Number 2, my dad wants me to follow in his footsteps. What were his footsteps? Remember, I have to do the same thing as my father. So what did I do? I became a doctor. My dad was a doctor, and I became a doctor. So I would say I followed in his footsteps. Now, from these two examples, you can see we often use this phrase when we are talking about careers and parents. So if you have the same job that your parents had, we would say that you followed in their footsteps. How many of you are going to follow in your parents' footsteps? I can tell you for certain I did not follow my parents' footsteps, and that's okay. Well, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.